Hello, everybody. I don't know if anybody is even here yet. Nope. So I'm just going to wait to see if anyone shows up. Oh, hi, Melissa. Oh, hi, Sean. Thanks for dropping by. Scared there for a second. I thought, well, I'm not going to talk to nobody. I don't plan on this being a very long live. I'm really exhausted. It has been a week and very, very tired. And I've been battling, I think, a migraine last few hours. So how's everybody doing? We had a gorgeous, gorgeous day here today. It got as high as 16 Celsius, which is a little over. It was about 60 degrees Fahrenheit here today. It was just gorgeous. But now the weather has changed and the temperature has dropped, and we're supposed to be below freezing tonight. It's just like winter doesn't want to go. It's like it keeps forgetting something, leaves and comes back and says, wait a minute, I forgot something. So I wanted to just talk about the collab that is starting tomorrow. I'm just going to put it here. Hashtag what does buy? Oh, that is the collab that I am, I guess, admin of. I don't know what you call it, that I started. The first video goes out tomorrow, which just happens to be mine. It's already uploaded and everything, scheduled for 8 o'clock. And I just wanted to run down, I know I've said it before, but I just want to run down a list of everybody who is participating in the What Does $100 Buy collab. And I got to tell you, it would be a lot less today than it was when I did my video a few weeks ago. It hasn't gotten any better. I think it might have gotten worse. As I said, tomorrow my video will be coming out. And this is for the whole month of April. So on the 4th will be Tanya from Nightfall Homestead. Hello, Mary Lynn. Thanks for coming by. And hello, Carlene. Thank you, from Florida. My parents live in Florida. You guys will be discussing mine. I live in Massachusetts, and it's possible to survive here. I think Massachusetts is probably equal to what it's like living in parts of Canada. I think it is. So let's not rub in that sunshine. Oh, it felt so good though. And we did something today. Also, we bought a hot tub spa today. So I can't wait to get into it. David and I both, hello, Angela, thanks for dropping by. David and I both suffer from a lot of problems, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully this helping. So, and it's supposed to be cold tomorrow, so hopefully it heats up enough tonight that we can get into it tomorrow. So, yeah, we're pretty excited. We've been wanting one for a while. We actually want like a jacuzzi hot tub, but that's a little bit out of the budget right now. So this is a good way to start, I guess. So, yeah, so I'll wait a few more minutes because people are coming in. I don't want to do the list more than once. So anyone have big plans for this week? I know I do. Been working on my to-do list for the week and things. Our weather goes like this all next week too. We're warmer, we're nicer one day, colder the next. A lot of rain in our forecast. And I have to tell you, our backyard is, I mean, what happened with between the wind and the sun and the warmer weather today, a lot dried up, but it was all for nothing because the rain is coming, and it is just, I hate mud season, but I can see all my garden. So we just have some snow way, way down back and like a few spots here and there, but I think it'll be going. So seed starting. I don't want to start too early. I have a lot more to plant tomorrow. That's the first thing I am doing. I have a lot. And we were supposed to be having our Easter dinner tomorrow. I forgot to take the ham out of the freezer. I guess I better do that right now because our son's birthday is actually the day after Easter next week. And he picked a dinner because we have a tradition where I make the cake and you get to pick whatever you want for supper, whether that's a home cooked supper or go out supper. And I really thought he was going to pick something for takeout, and he did not, which is wonderful. But I'm like, wow, but you really want that after having Easter dinner the day before? So we're having Easter. We're having Easter tomorrow. I think it might be Monday now because we were so busy today that I just didn't get to it. So I did, however, get 2 meatloafs made and put into the freezer for freezer meals. So we have 3 feet of snow. Oh my gosh. No, thanks. Yay. So nice when those things are done. Yeah, I know. We gotta go to Mount Snow today. Not sure if it's finished or not. Yeah. That skin's wistful, and I'm jealous. Yeah, oh, hello, Ecocentric. I think you mean canned. I'm going to assume you meant canned. That's cool. I actually have quite a few things in the freezer. I never used to be a freezer meal type girl. I would freeze leftovers, or sometimes if I would make, 2 pork tenderloins, I would freeze one, but I never had a day where I specifically made freezer meals. And I definitely have become a fan. And with the really crazy busy time coming, because it's not just homesteading stuff, Aiden has a lot of track meets coming up, a lot of track meets. And I'm trying to make things for him too to take for lunches and snacks and things. And then we have the Eastern Ontario Homesteaders Conference, which I can officially say today. It's next month. So I'm so excited for that. No left on my garden. Cool. Mine's pretty much, I was going to walk over there today and I just never got a chance. I was hoping to even maybe film some outside today, but it never happened. So I'm becoming a convert. It's starting to definitely change my mind, especially with these busy nights. And I still want, have suppers done, but after being outside, until like 3:00 in the afternoon, coming in and making suppers on nights, just, you don't want to do it. So probably doing some yard cleanup before next week is over. Yeah, I think, well, we're hoping like next weekend's a long weekend. So we're hoping to start tearing down the old garden so we can get ready to do the new build. So I'm pretty excited. Tomorrow we are installing a door at the top of the stairs. Cats are banned from upstairs. Yeah, Mary Lynn woke up today and the kitty cats had gotten into a lot of her plant starts. The pictures were like heartbreaking. So hello, Tanya. Glad to see you. I'm glad to see people who are going to be involved in the collab are showing up. So that's good. So awesome. I have more to start tomorrow. I am starting some more tomato. I already have some, and I have to up pot them actually tomorrow, but I do have some more tomato seeds. He was just scrubbing the walls on my porch. No problem. So as I was saying, the collab tomorrow is hashtag what does $100 buy, and it's a $sign. And as I said, I'm the next video will be on the 4th, and that's going to be Tanya from Nightfall Homestead. I can't wait to see what you all can get for $100 in the different parts of Canada and the United States. I don't know. I am a nerd. This kind of stuff fascinates me and I find it interesting. So I hope everybody else does too. Remy will be from Rem's Family Farm will be the 6th. Tracy from Tehan 141 Homestead will be the 10th. And that's actually Aiden's birthday. Actually, the 6th is my mom's birthday. Darren from Thorhaven Farm will be the 12th. Mary Lynn from Little Homestead by the Beach will be the 18th. And Mary Lynn and Darren are both in Quebec, but they're in different parts of Quebec. So that's going to be interesting to see if there's any difference in any prices. I should say Remy's from New Brunswick and Tanya is from Iowa. And of course, I'm in Tracy. Tehan is from New York. And Angela from the Inquisitive Farm Wife. Angela, you're going to have to remind me. I am having a blank on where you are from? It's right there. Oh, I want to say, is it Illinois? I can't remember. Sean, she's in her element, who's in the chat tonight. She is in Massachusetts. Kansas. Why did I think Illinois? Of course, Kansas, because Wizard of Oz. So Kansas, I'm really curious to see. I actually don't know anybody in Kansas other than you. So I'm really curious to see where you are, what your prices look like. Kimmy from Waking Up Country. See, I should have wrote all this down because now I can't remember where some people are from. My brain's, did I mention it's a long week and I have a headache? It's right on the tip of my tongue too. Oh, Glenn and Annette from the Cow Emporium, and they're from Alberta, which is here in Canada. They're going to be on the 8th. Oh, I should say Kimmy from Waking Up Country is the 24th, and Sean from She's in Her Element is the 14th, and Angela from the Inquisitive Farm Wife is the 26th. I forgot to tell the days. All the channels are in my video tomorrow for people to check out because they're also great channels. So don't just check them out for the collab, also check them out for their other videos. But all these channels will be in my video tomorrow. Ashley from CNC Farms is the 16th. Annie from Back to Basics is the 20th. And again, she's also Quebec, but in a different part than the other two. So Angie from Me and You Acres is on the 28th, and she's also here in Ontario. Tony from the Kettle Kitchen is the 18th of April. Renee from Pike Creek Farm is the 22nd. Tanya from Low Family Adventures is April 30th. And Melissa from Little House in the Woods is the 21st. So, yes, thank you very much for reminding everybody the thumbs up. So that is a list. I think we have a pretty good group to see. And I asked everybody to specify, did you have to actually get sales to make your $100? Did you have to go to several different stores to make your $100? And everyone's allowed to be above $5 or below $5 if you couldn't get exactly 100. The police aren't going to come and snap your hands, because if you go over 100 or a little under 100, they are going to, I hope, remember they're going to state their area roughly. I'm not expecting you to give your address or anything, but roughly where you are. And yeah, so it's really, I will say, our 15-year-old son, who's almost 16 in about a week, he was shocked at how little was on the table when I put it all out there to film my video. He says, all that was $100. He said, that little bit was $100. And I said, yep. And he's like, wow. And I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. So pretty sad when even a 15-year-old knows the difference. So, so other than that, was there anything else I wanted to talk about tonight? I don't think so. I'll try and stay on for at least a half hour. So it's, not just come on and hit and run kind of thing. For anyone who's just coming in, I said, yeah, we did a thing today. We bought a spa hot tub today. So we've been thinking about it for a while, and it just seemed like it was the time. Everything lined up, and it was like something was telling us to do it. So just told my boyfriend who was doing the grocery, and he said he never hits the 100 on a grocery on one time. So it can be 2 to 3 times. So some repetition. If it takes you a couple of times to get to the 100, that's fine. So I'm in Northeast Kansas. So very often we'll shop Nebraska or Missouri. So it'll be a general. Okay. No. Yeah, that's fine. That's whatever you have to do to get the $100. Like I said, I'm not going to come in. Just trying to see. Oh, and so some of my plans for this week, I'm going to be filming it too, is I'm canning up my freezer, if that makes any sense. I have a lot of things I want to get out of there and start freezing, canning up, because we have put in our order for our quarter of a pig. We don't get it till October, so thank goodness we have some time. And we're going to be getting some more beef. I don't know if we're going to get a quarter cow this time or just get the beef order, because I still have quite a bit, and I have to do beef broth too, because I got tons of bones, like tons of beef bones to get through. So I'm planning on doing that. this week. I'm going to be doing some meals that Tanya and I are going to be showing you all because you've heard of Desperate Housewives. Well, this is going to be Desperate Homesteading Moms who are trying to come up with meals for everybody. So we're not, scrambling to make something or, God forbid, go to takeout. So your freezer is not, yeah. So I'm curious to see too the different. Yeah, I love watching grocery haul videos. I do. I like filming them and I love watching them. Because one, it gives me sometimes it gives me ideas and I might try it, and then other times it fascinates me what people will say. Oh, I can't believe this has gone up to da da da, like milk. Like milk. I am shocked at how many people are in the States say, oh, our milk is up to over $2 for a gallon of milk. And we would do anything to be paying $2 for a gallon of milk right now. So that's crazy, so that's crazy. So, that always fascinates me. When they're showing their prices, cheese, especially, we pay a lot for dairy here. A lot, and it went up again February 1st. So hello, Mennonite Farmhouse, thanks for dropping by. Leanne, yeah, see, I remembered. My brain is just not working tonight. I'm so tired. We were buying organic milk, but Aiden goes through it so much that we had to stop. We are picky about what brands we buy. Like, we did our research and we make sure we try and buy our local dairy milk here, because we know how they're treating the cows and what they're feeding the cows and what they're giving the cows and stuff. Sorry, I have an itch. So that's why but our organic here, I think, would be between $9 and $10 for organic milk. And we buy milk 3 times a week, 4 times a week. So imagine $9 times 4 just for milk. So yeah, that's why I would. I actually looked in. I would like a mini Jersey cow because it's not too big. They're cute as heck, and it probably would give us just the right amount of milk we would need for our needs. So maybe if we sell this place and move, I can talk David into a mini Jersey cow. No, he's in the other room. He heard me. He said no. That's why I married the dirt. See, that's what I should have done. I should have married a farmer instead of a military guy. Love my mini Jersey. Now, how much do you find you get in milk? Like, is it a lot? I mean, I assume they don't make as much as a full grown cow, but maybe I'm wrong. That is something that is on my to-do list to try this year, is to make my own cheese. I still have to do my yogurt. I haven't gotten around to that. I'm hoping that's going to happen this week. I have all these plans to do it in January, and it never did. So mine said no, and now I have a mid-size. Is getting a mini Jersey kind of like the gateway, like chickens are like the gateway animal. You get chickens and then you start getting other animals. So if I get a mini Jersey, am I going to start going up? But yeah, I'm just curious how much milk you find you get from your mini. And then we have to find where to get a mini, because it's not that easy, at least around here. Very cool. I actually have a little yogurt machine maker with the little jars to make individual ones that I got at a thrift store, brand new in the box. So I'm curious to try it. One of the reasons I got the Instapot several years ago was to try yogurt, and I never did. So 1 time a day, milking gets me about 1.5 to 2 gallons of milk while capturing. Wow, that is a lot of milk. Is that just from the mini, or is that from all your cows? because if that's just from the mini, that would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. Takes a while to age. Yeah, and I do want to try sour cream. So that's one of the things I want to do. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't hook up directly to the internet tonight, so I'm hoping I'm going to be okay because I decided to live dangerously and just go with the Wi-Fi, and knock on wood, we're okay. So I have to go to several different places. Okay. I had to go to several and I had to shop sales in order to do it. That's just from the one mini. That is amazing. That would be perfect. That actually would be perfect amount of milk for us for other things too, because then I could make my own butter and all those good things. Have my own, cream, things like that. Because I go through a lot of cream because I like cream in my tea. My church, there's a cow with a neighbor. So I'll have to bring you again. This is where we get our amazing beef from. The Sert family, and they're going to be doing dairy hopefully soon. I know their farm is looking amazing. Their barn, rather, is getting close, and I can't wait to get, and then I will really. So, yeah. I can't wait. I'm sure you guys can't either. You must be like just almost there. Almost there. I will say I cannot stand how much milk our dairy farmers here in Canada have to dump out every day. Seeing that on the news a few weeks ago was just shocking. Like crazy. It makes no sense to me. But then most of the things around here lately don't make a lot of sense to me anyway. So I'm trying to say, cool. Awesome. Yep. That's one of the things I don't use it often, but if I do, it would be nice to maybe make my own and see. I might use it more maybe if I make my own. That has gotten expensive here. Yeah. Okay. Well, SF Homestead is literally our neighbors. They're like maybe a 5-minute drive. So we're really lucky. That almost makes me want to stay here, actually. Just because the thought of trying to find all new farmers for everything if we move, part of that is like, oh no. So it's about $68. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. Still, because a lot of places I know they're starting to come down more. Here, for non-organic, just run-of-the-mill eggs, it's around $3.80 a dozen, which has pretty much been that for a while. But if you want organic, free range, eggs, they're I think around $10 a dozen. We have chickens. My eggs are all organic, so I don't buy them, but I always like to look at the prices. And we sell ours for $5, and that's for organic, free range, spoiled, rotten chickens. And I think because they're so happy they lay good eggs. But that's just I never thought I would see eggs go for so much in these states. Like that's just insane. It's okay, Jean. I started a little earlier tonight. I started at 7 instead of 7:30 just because I was mentioning it's been a long week. I'm very tired. I'm battling a headache. So you're just on time. And I'm just letting everyone know the collab, What Does $100 Buy, starts tomorrow with my video, and it will be up at 8 a.m. It's already up, posted, uploaded, and scheduled. So exactly. Yep, it is. It's very messed up and it's heartbreaking to see. Well, the farmer who finally had enough and he showed the video of how much milk they were dumping out, he was in tears because he was literally like heartbroken to be showing all the dairy he was just dumping down the drain. And like he put a cup in and was drinking it. He said, it's fine milk. It's fresh milk. There's nothing wrong with it. But we have to dump a certain amount. It's just it doesn't make sense to me at all that they have to do that. And I can't imagine what it must be like to be making your living that way. And then just to see that, especially when we're living in a world where food insecurity is such a huge, huge problem. And to see that just being dumped down there, it just, I could feel his pain. And it makes no sense. Well, when we were up and running, milking the cows, it's legal in Canada. If you milk the cow yourself, you get to take some home. Oh, I would love that. I would absolutely love to come and milk a cow. Anytime you need some help, just let me know and I will film it too. So I would absolutely love to come and help. I think that would be so cool. So I've done a goat years ago. My gosh, Aiden was little and we went to a farm on a field trip and we got to do it. And, yeah, I was right there with the kids, trying it. And that was pretty cool. So absolutely, Tiana, just let me know. So, hello, Jane. Thanks for dropping by. And I have sent, I want a Highland. Hubby said, no way. My friends Darren and Brigitte from Thorhaven Farm, they have Highland cows. And they are so stinking cute. And they're so comical. They're so funny. They're a riot. It's terrible to have to dump milk, but when you're under contract, yeah. Yep. I know. And it's just awful. Just awful to see all that going to waste. But I just wanted to let everyone, I have reached out to 4 Jars. Jane actually gave me a great idea to reach out to 4 Jars lids to ask them if they would be willing to donate anything to a door prize for the Eastern Ontario Homesteaders Conference next month. So hopefully if they do, we can get it. I know when I order from them personally, it comes pretty quick. So hopefully if they agree, which I think they will, because they donate to a lot of the homesteading conferences in the States, I can, hopefully that would be amazing to have a nice door prize from them. I'd want to win that. I cannot say enough about 4 Jars lids. I love them. Absolutely love them. And now they're in Canada. So, hello, Betty. Thank you for dropping by. Well, there's so many of you in here now. I guess I'm going to go a little bit longer than a half hour. So, though it's so hard when I'm by myself because I have nobody to talk back and forth to. So, yeah, I have some ideas too. I might be reaching out to some of you in the comments, especially about maybe coming on my lives here in the next couple of weeks. If you all are, if you're not too busy. So I've got a couple of ideas. So I might be reaching out to some of you in the next few days and weeks going forward, because I'd love to have you come on to my live. So I've met the 4 Jars folks. They seem very nice. I know whenever I've dealt with them, they were very, very nice. And they actually, their factory, warehouse, whatever you want to call it, is like a 10-minute drive from where my parents live in Florida. My mother keeps saying when they go up that way, Mom said it wasn't very far. I think maybe less than 20 minutes, maybe not 10, less than 20. But she said, I'm going to have to go by there. I said, yes, you are. You're going to have to go by there. So hello, Kendra Full of Joy. Thanks for dropping by. So nice to see you in here. It's been a while, I think. I have been watching your videos, though. I'm just saying, what did I get? Oh, I shared a picture of our hot tub on Facebook today. And I got people commenting, you will love it. Yeah, I already know I'm going to love it. My back and some of the other things. So yes, my plan is to do a tour. I went there last April, actually. It will be almost a year ago. In the next couple of days, I flew down and surprised my mom for her 70th birthday last year. And I was only able to stay for a couple of days. But Grace's passport finally came last week. Now we just got to get Aiden straightened out. And once we get that straightened out, it's been almost a year since we applied for it. We will hopefully be making a trip there. I'd love to go this Christmas this year, but we're not sure. We got different things that have to be done and stuff. So yes, Jane, thank you. Thank you for reminding everyone. Thumbs up, please. Yeah, we actually, nobody tells our chickens they're supposed to slow down. We were getting eggs. So at the time we had 8 at Christmas time. Unfortunately, we've lost 2 in the last couple of months. And I was getting, out of the 8, we were getting anywhere from 4 to 6 eggs a day, even in December. So nobody tells our chickens they're supposed to slow down. Now, that being said, some of our ladies will be another year older. So I'm thinking maybe this year they will. So I shared a video last week where I started water glassing spring eggs. So I have some because I don't want to buy them. I don't want to buy them. And but we are getting more chickens too. So I don't think I really needed to necessarily water glass them, but I've always wanted to try it. And hey, it doesn't hurt to have some, preserved and ready to go just in case. So, oh yeah, it's one of those spa hot tubs. It's not like one of those jacuzzi, 15,000-pound ones, but I'm definitely looking forward to getting in that. Gotta wait for it to get hot. We were going to try and fill it up with our tank from our house because we're on a hot water on demand. So it's not like we would deplete our hot water tank, but we could not, none of the fittings we had will fit the hose from our tap to the hose. None of them would work. So we end up having to use our outdoor tap, which is directly from the well, which is freezing cold. So we also added some warmer water too. So, but it's probably going to be tomorrow. I was really disappointed because I was really hoping to get into it tonight, but 60 degrees is way too cold. It needs to be much, much, much warmer for me to get into it. No, nothing does anymore. Absolutely not. I don't even think I'm that shocked as much about some things. I will say they were interviewing some people on the news yesterday in Toronto, because Toronto is apparently the only city that counts in this darn province. And they were talking to people about prices of food and have you noticed it getting any better or whatever? And everybody was saying, no, it's not better. And have you gone with, have you changed? A lot of people said they've changed their habits in that they shop more sales now. They go to several places. Some said they eat less, some things and others. But a lot of people kept saying, but what are you going to do, right? You need it. You just don't do this, or you cancel Netflix. Well, which is fine. I mean, I know a lot of people have had to do that, but Netflix is what, $15 a month? That $15 a month, I mean, maybe it is enough to get you a few extra things, but I think part of the problem is we have to stop saying, well, we got to pay it. No, you don't. There are a lot of things we're not buying unless they're on sale, like especially butter. I will not pay what they want for butter. When it goes on sale, I stock up, which we did the last 2 weeks. 2 different places have had sales the last 2 weeks, so we have stocked up on that. So I'm good for a while. But there's a lot of things that we won't buy if it's not on sale. And I think that's part of the problem. If you say, well, we're going to buy it no matter what, well, where's the incentive to lower it? So that kind of and I was shocked at how many people said that, what are you going to do? You need it, you have to have it, so you got to pay for it. Well, not really. I mean, there's some things I get you might have to have, but yeah. So as long as they keep selling it, a lot of that's going to happen. But it's just so frustrating. And it's depressing. It is depressing to go grocery shopping. What chicken food are you feeding me? Because some tubers compared notes and they discovered it was a feed that they were feeding. That was a connection. I'm not going to go into this too much, but I have a couple of varying opinions about this. One thing is most chickens do slow down in the wintertime. Chickens need light to lay. So there's not as much sunlight during the day, unless you're putting some kind of artificial light into your coop. They're not going to lay as much because the sun, all the light is what helps them lay. That being said, we only use it's a Canadian organic feed that we use. It's not it's probably a brand, but you know what I mean? It's a local brand. So that's all we've ever fed. And but we also got tons of eggs still this year. Like, no one's ever told our chickens are supposed to slow down. I know a lot of people who didn't use, have used different feeds too, and their chicken stops laying all of a sudden and they were getting them. I don't know what it is. I do know that most chickens usually slow down in the winter anyway. Ours are just some kind of mutants who don't know they're supposed to. So thank you. Yeah, we've been wanting one for a long time. And one of my doctors even recommended I get one for some of my issues. And I'm like, well, if insurance will cover it, they're like, no. And I'm like, well, then I can't get one. So it'll be nice to have it. I've only ever used Purina Lena. Okay. That might be an option here. I don't know. We don't have it. We don't buy that, rather. My family always was a special shopper for groceries. Yep. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you right now, even with our 2 special needs children with their special diets, we could survive not go to the grocery store for at least 2 months. At least 2 months. Probably longer, but I'll say 2. We definitely have enough. Now that means I probably would have to make more things for the kids that just aren't as easy, because of their special diets. I'd have to make more things from scratch, which is fine. I've done it before. I can do it again. But to only have 7 days, yeah. And I think that's it. But most people can't afford right now to buy more than 7 days of food at a time. I think that's part of the problem. I'm lucky I started my stockpile long before inflation started, but a lot of that we've gone through too. So, yep. Oh yeah, I know there's definitely things, and there's certain things like this time of year, you're going to see the hams, obviously, because of Easter and it's spring. So they're, a lot of the animals are being culled. There's other things too in spring, but it's weird because like in the States, March was frozen food month. So that's when they have a lot of their frozen foods and things on sale. I've never seen it here in Canada. They also have something called their canned goods, where this time of year, they'll put all the canned goods, like cases of them, on sale cheaper, which again, I've never seen them do here ever. So that certainly wouldn't be nice. We use a feed mill's own brand, except that's ours is their own brand too. And it's ours is organic. We use the starter, the layer, all the ones that you have to start them off with. And we plan on using the same one for, it would be interesting to know the crude protein. Yeah. I think I might have a bag. I will look at it later and see. We looked at it at one point. I can't remember how much it was. I can't remember. So I just asked David if he remembered. He can't remember either. So I'll have to look at the bag. But yeah, I'll find out and I'll message you and let you know. And then of course we're getting our meat birds too in a couple of months. So I hope to be getting the same stuff. Yeah, no, I know. I saw that. And part of me did go, like I never used to be a conspiracy theorist, but I'm becoming one because I did wonder. I was seeing people have chickens molting weird times a year. That's the other thing too. Our chickens didn't molt. Our chickens did not molt. If they did, it was just a couple little feathers here and there, but they didn't get. I don't know if it's the breed because we've had Americanas before. And now that I think about it, they didn't really molt either. The Cochins definitely molted. The Brahma molted. Our Cochin looked terrible. Like she looked so bad. She looked like she was sick or something. What other breeds have we had? I'm trying to think of we've had other breeds and I just can't think of them. They all molted, but our Americanas didn't. So I'm thinking maybe they don't. Maybe they just don't. Though we have sex links and they didn't molt either at all this year. Like I kept waiting for them, but they didn't. So Yep, they're on sale here too. They've been on sale here for like the last 2 weeks. Different stores have had them on different sales. Walmart had them last week. Another grocery store had them last week. And I think somebody has them this week, but I'm good. I stocked up in my freezer, so I'm good because I went through a lot of butter between December and the pantry challenge and everything. So I mean, I have lots of things in my freezer that came from my bank. I still have a lot of stuff from my backyard or for my neighbors, you know, the berry patches we go to and stuff. So that's one of the reasons I'm canning up a lot of stuff in my freezers this week, because I'm like, it's not going to be long and we'll be going to be adding this year's stuff to that. So I really need to get my bum in gear and start using them up. Conventional feed runs at 7, usually 21% is ideal for winter land. I want to say it was at least 21. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. I'll double check, but that sounds right. 21. So yeah, they could not be. Then that's what a lot of people were saying. They were thinking that maybe they weren't putting in as much protein as they should be and whatnot. And by the way, how hysterical is it when you see eggs for sale in the store that say fed an all vegetable diet? Chickens need more than vegetables. Chickens are not vegetarians. And for them, like everyone thinks they're getting healthier eggs. And it's like, no, chickens need. Have you ever seen a chicken go after a snake or a mouse or a frog? They are meat eaters. And ours get our leftovers. So that's what I was wondering. Were they putting in less protein into the feed? That's what I was wondering, if they were putting less. No, because this is our first time doing it. Well, David has done it in the past when he lived on a farm, but that was a long time ago. I've never done it. We got 10. We weren't going to get 10, but everybody said, look, get 10 because you're probably going to have a few not survive to the culling process. And we're like, okay. Our luck, like David said, our luck, we're probably going to have all 10, which is fine. That is fine. Like if we can get 10 chickens into our freezer, I will be so excited. But we'll see how it goes. I hope it goes well. I hope it goes well. And if it does, we're going to do another batch of 10 before the fall. Get another batch and raise them and cull them, and then we'll have hopefully like 20 chickens in our freezer, which would be amazing because both our kids love chicken. That is one of the few meats they both love. So yeah, so no, I I won't be. Not to mention, YouTube doesn't let us Canadian YouTubers show that. We get flagged every time anyone tries to show any kind of butchering or culling of any kind. We get like it just doesn't seem to happen for us. So I'm back. Yep. We are too. We're still eating bell peppers from my garden. We're still eating pesto from everything I made from my garden. We're still eating. I did run out of basil from my garden, and I bought some. And my gosh, it looks sick. It's not green at all. So I bought an organic basil plant today. Until mine gets going. It smells like summer. It's beautiful. They're huge leaves. I'm going to dehydrate some because you can see, I'm going to have to show the difference between the bought organic basil that I bought and the stuff that I buy or that I grow and dehydrate. The color is insane. So I'm trying to think. We're still eating pumpkin from our freezer, squash from our freezer from this past summer that I grew. Of course, a lot of the canned things, carrots, potatoes, green and yellow beans, all that we're still eating from our garden. So I think I grew the right amount. I mean, I know we still have a few more months to get through and we will be completely out of green and yellow beans. I'm hoping right around the time they start coming in, we'll see. But I definitely want to can more carrots. So hello, Thor. I was just telling everyone how you have Highlands, you and Brigitte on your farm, because Sean from She's in Her Element mentioned that she'd love to have Highland cows. Yeah, isn't it all vegetarian feed? And I'm like, dude, chickens are not vegetarians. And everyone thinks they're buying a healthier egg. And it's like, no, no, chickens need more than vegetables. I mean, seriously, you ought to see them when we take out meat. Like, and I did, I canned up a eye of round roast the other day that was on sale for amazing price. So I canned it up. I think I got 4 or 5 pint jars for quick and easy meals going forward. And like all the fat, there was a lot of fat on it, and some of it still had some meat. And I took it all down to the chickens. Oh my gosh, they practically attacked me trying to get it. So yeah, they need meat. That is, yeah. Where did I have to, Karen, where'd you get them from? Because that is one of the breeds we wanted to try, because apparently they're supposed to be amazing flavor. So I was hoping, but I didn't see them as an option when we were filling out for our chickens. So we have, oh wow, what do we have coming? Cornish cross? Is that right? I told you I was tired. I think it's Cornish cross. Tanya will know because she's the one who recommended them. Was it Cornish cross that we got, Tanya? Awesome. Fabulous. My hope is going forward when we move, I hope to never have to buy chickens again. I hope that we can have a rooster or two and grow our own, or even incubate our own, whatever we have to do. That would be my, plan down the road. Because man, they're getting expensive to buy. You think they're expensive to buy in the States, chicks? Try buying them here. They've really gone up. I have Orpingtons. We have four or five Orpingtons. I think it's 5 Orpingtons coming that are older. We're not getting chicks. We're getting 18-week-old buff Orpingtons. I've always wanted them. I'm so excited. And I know they're a dual-purpose bird, but these ones will be our egg layers, and we'll see how they do. And maybe it would be something we try going forward for them. Dual purpose. I don't sure. Make sure you can get the chickens after the spring order. Sometimes they only do the one order purchase in spring. Oh, thank you. Yes. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I better ask. We might not be able to get any more after spring. I'll have to call them on Monday and ask them. Hello, Old Man King Homestead. Old Man King Homestead. Oh, that's a mouthful. So, God, for coming by. I have a lot too, and I've been using it with chicken. Oh my gosh, it is so good. Just making some pasta. I thaw out some of it and I smear it on the chicken breast and bake it. Oh my gosh, it is delicious. Adding it to some pasta, adding it to pizza. I don't know how else you could. It is delicious though, but I have a ton of it, and Dave and I are the only ones who like it. I made mine with cashews too, so it was so good. But we have a lot of it left. I don't even know if I'm going to make any this year. Excuse me. Just because I have so much left, I don't know if I'm going to make any. I still have a whole great big freezer bag full of garlic scapes. I don't know why I froze them, because I don't know what I'm doing with them. I think my plan was to use them in stir fries and stuff, and then I forget I have them. So I'm hoping to get through those too. No baby Highlands just yet. We can't wait. That would be so cool. That sounds good. When love the. Oh, thanks. And I got to tell you, I've done 3 loads now with those since I made them, and it's working great. So I'm going to make up some more. They're very cheap to make. I didn't even buy any when we went to Costco, because that's where we got our spa. I didn't even buy any. I'm like, nope, I'm going to make some more. So, oh, there you go. Garlic scape pesto is good on toast. Ours chase frogs. I haven't seen them chase grasshoppers, but they chase the frogs. Yep, Cornish cross. Okay, yep. Okay. I never think to check there. I really don't. I'll have to remember that. That's fries. That's phrase, fries, however you say it. That's where we've gotten our chickens from before, and that's where we're getting them from again. But we're getting them from where we get our feed instead of the one here, just because we don't care for the customer service. Yeah, that is what I want to do. That's definitely my long-term plan. I absolutely would like to start growing our own flock and not be dependent on buying chicks and things. And then I also know the quality of the chicks and stuff that we're getting. So we're going to try. If I, with these chickens we're getting, the egg layers, we're going to end up having, well, we're going to have 2 less than we thought. We're going to have 10, no, Susie, 11. See, I need to get one more because we have to have 12. You buy eggs in a dozen, so you need 12 chickens. I don't know where he is. Anyway, if I can talk him into it, I'd like to try and do it next year, incubate. I'd have to get some, I have a friend who has a rooster, so we could get some eggs from her that are incubated because I can't have a rooster here. That's the one problem. I can't do it, or I would start now. But we can at least maybe try the incubator thing and try that. I do. I will add it. It's a very quick recipe, so I'll add that to the other one I'm going to be filming this week. I'm doing a healthy version of Pledge for dusting your furniture. Yep, our garlic was poking out too today. It's like, oh, it's so close. I mean, it even smelled like spring today. It just felt so good. Like I was saying earlier, we got up to a high of 16 Celsius, which is 60 Fahrenheit. Like all I had on today all day was just this hoodie, walking around like it. The wind was crazy. Like I got out of our Jeep and the wind caught me and like literally threw me against the Jeep. It's a good thing I got a little weight on me, or I probably would have been flown like Dorothy across the parking lot. Everyone's garlic is coming up. I think that's what I if people who are especially new to gardening, I recommend plant garlic in the fall because it'll be your first thing you see popping up. So you'll start feeling so excited and you'll feel, oh, I've accomplished something. So, because of course, I went years too with horrible garlic harvest, but the last couple of years. So, it's not so much. I think we have enough acreage that we wouldn't have to worry about, but I think our neighbors would complain. And if they complain enough, then I don't think it matters how many acreage you have. They could come and say, hey, you need to get rid of all your chickens. And I'm just not willing to take that chance. So hence why we don't have a rooster. Good grief. That's crazy. Oh no. I know you guys, like we did have 2 days ago. It was horrible here. The weather, the snow was blowing. I mean, the wind was horrible. We couldn't see across the street for a little bit because the snow was coming down. It was staying. And then all of a sudden the sun came out and it was gone. I'm telling you, I really, really, really am thinking we're going to be in for another year of weird weather. I really do. I'm so grateful that we're working on this new garden build. So we can have up to 30 birds. We are on 3 acres, but we're still technically in Trenton. So we're the Trenton. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Yeah, that is crazy price, Jean, for our eggs. Like that's insane. And that's for mixed, not even purebred. That's crazy. Yeah. Rabbits are different because you can call them pets. So I think that's how you can get away with that with the rabbits. Somebody just knocked something over. A lot, Jean, I actually seen a few people, Jessica from Three Rivers Homestead. I think she mentioned a while back because that's why they decided to haul up the incubator and incubate their own eggs this year because the price of chicks there had gone through the roof. I will say ours are, for the meat birds, if I remember correctly, it's $6 or $7 a piece. And we don't have to pay extra because we got 10. Our Buff Orpingtons are more because one, they're 18 weeks, and we're only getting 5. and we had to get at least 10 or something. And so they're charging like a $5 fee. They are, how much were they? I think they were $8 a piece plus the $5 fee. So, but yeah, Jessica from Three Rivers was saying how expensive, the chicks were in her area too. Everybody's becoming homesteaders. Everybody's raising 1 or 2 chickens. It's become popular. So what happens when things become popular? Price goes up on stuff. So, I mean, look what happened with the seeds during the weirdness of 2020. You couldn't even find them. They went through the roof. Cattle panels are insanely expensive. Cattle panels here are so expensive. Like, I watched the American homesteaders using them for so many things in their garden. I'm so jealous because we are not paying like $8 a cattle panel here at all. The cheapest we have found them for, I think, were they $80, David? I think it was like $80 for a cattle panel here. So yeah, we're not using them in the garden. Well, we're using fencing that we've cut into cattle panels that I got really cheap at a yard sale. Like, that's the only reason we have them. So we have 13 acres and are allowed to have 6 large animals, 18 medium sized and 30 small, but no ostrich or emu. I want to know who did what to have the town say none of them. It's funny out here on Darren, do you know where Rednersville Road is? Between Belleville and Trenton, Carrying Place. There's a new ostrich farm that just opened up a few months ago, and they're open to the public. I assume you can go in and get like ostrich meat or whatever. I hate ostriches. They scared the bejesus out of me. There used to be a farm way in Frankfurt, just right next door to us, a little town next door to us. They had them for you could buy the eggs and things. But yeah, there's an ostrich farm on Rednersville Road now that just opened up. Everyone, yep. I mean, it's great that people are coming around and getting into it, but those of us who've been doing it for years, it's kind of sucks. There are way more than 8 here. Okay. Yeah, and then the T-post. Yeah, like the really good T-post. We got little flimsy one that holds very light wire for cute or for good price, but the really good ones, yeah, at least that. That's okay, Sean. Thanks for coming. I can't wait to see your video. When are you again? You're coming up April 14th. So you go snuggle that baby, get her back to sleep. They are very cool. When Grace was a baby, the play group I took her to on base, they arranged a field trip to the ostrich farm here in Frankfurt, and we got to go and see the ostriches and stuff, which the kids were petrified. And he brought out an egg and he did a contest, and my nephew got to keep the egg. It was all hauled out and everything, and it was so big. It was so big. It was so cool, really cool. But yeah, they scared the heck out of me. They're not these. I mean, these weren't friendly at all. Well, they were and they weren't. Like, they wanted people to come up to them, but they thought you had food, and if they didn't, they would just like peck you. So yeah, I'm not. And they can run. You can't outrun them. So I don't like that. And I think if I remember him saying, 1 ostrich egg equaled a dozen chicken eggs. If I remember, this was a long time ago. Grace is going to be 20, and she was like, I think she may have just had her first birthday, if even that. Nope, because it was in the late summer, early fall before she turned 1. So she was young. So yeah, we're talking like a long time ago. But I think he said 1 ostrich egg was the equivalent of a dozen chicken eggs. But yeah, no, we do. We have an ostrich farm not too far from here. I keep hoping we drive by, we'll see them, but they must have them. They've got fencing like everywhere, but they must have the ostriches closer up away from the road because we've never seen them. We also have, is it 2 dozen? Okay, maybe it was 2 dozen. We also have a farm who is raising deer and elk, I think. And I keep meaning I want to go by and ask them because I think I'd like to buy some venison. I actually have not tried it since I was little. And that's a whole nother story. And it didn't end well when I was little. Let's just say that. But now that I'm older and wiser, I'd like to try it. David likes venison. He grew up hunting deer and eating it. So, but my mother didn't. So we didn't have it. My dad had it growing up, but my mother, it wasn't something she had growing up. So we didn't have it. Yeah, they can. They absolutely can. They can rip your skin right off of you with their feet. Yep, I know I know for sure they have deer because we see them sometimes, and I think it's elk they have, and I want to say there was a third thing, but for the life of me I can't remember what it was. But I keep meaning to go by and see how, I'd like to try, maybe like a venison steak or tenderloin or something. Yep. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, we go by there at least once a year to watch the babies. We love watching them. And they have a great name. Their name suits them because they love the water. They have a great, big, huge water trap for them, and they are right down in there in it. We've gotten cheese from them many times, and we have water buffalo cheese pizza. It's really good. It has a little bit different flavor than dairy cows. And they're nice people, very nice people that have them. But yep, they're in Sterling, where we get our feed for our chickens, and it's where our vet is for our dogs. So the vet is here, and the buffalo farm is just a few minutes from the vet. So actually, Lily has an appointment next week, so we will probably take a drive down and check out, see if they've got any babies born. Oh, okay. We went last year one day to the Codrington farmers market. And the guy there had, was it cucumbers? What did we buy from that guy at the farmers market? Because they were massive. I can't remember. Anyway, but it was near the end of the season. But as soon as they're open up, I'll check them out because that's not far from us. The only thing I didn't like about it the day we were there, I'm just going to talk about it. There were a lot of people there with dogs, which I don't care. I love dogs. They weren't picking up after their dogs, if you get what I'm saying. And the smell, like we walked over and we're like, what is that smell? And we realized what it was. And there were dogs there, like a lot. And it's like, and it's a small market. So it's like, you got to pick up after your dogs, people. It reeked. It smelled so bad. We thought one of us had stepped in something at first, and then we realized, oh. So yeah, they definitely gotta pick up after their dog. So yeah, I mean, we have a lot. We have the one in Trenton, and we have the big one in Belleville. We have the one in Codrington. We have the one in Colburn. There is one in Shannonville. There's quite a few of them within a half-hour drive of us now, and we try to go to different ones. I don't need to go to them as often because I can grow most of my stuff now, but sometimes it's just nice to go and see the different things they have. There is a lady at the Belleville one who sells these no-bake peanut butter cookie bar things that the kids and I love. Like we love them. And she's a nice lady. We like going to her. And then the maple syrup people at the one in Belleville, and they sell the maple syrup candy that Grace and Aiden just love. So we usually get that from them. Boy, I hope I can find farmers markets in New Brunswick. I'm sure I can. Part of me, I definitely want to, like, I don't want to move because moving stinks because we've done it enough and it's not fun. And I love my home. I love it. It's our first home that we bought, and we've done a lot to it to make it ours. But it's just so darn busy out here. So busy and so noisy. And like I was saying earlier this week on my live I had during the day, the older I get, the more peace and quiet I want. So, I think we probably are going to. Maybe not right in 2 years. I guess it depends on what we see when we can start looking. So yes, there is one in Campbellford. I knew there was another one and I couldn't think of it. There's one in Campbellford. There's one in Hastings. There's so many. Oh yeah, there's plenty in New Brunswick too. Oh, good. I didn't even know Brighton had one. Oh, I think they do in the park, maybe. But I don't think we've ever really been to the one in Brighton. Like I said, we've been to the one in Colburn, but not in Brighton. I know there's a huge one, indoor one in Fredericton that we used to go to. My father loved it. And it must have had, oh my gosh, how many people were in that? It's got to be over 100 people in there. It's great, big, huge facility. And they have everything. Because I remember I bought for our nephews one year for Christmas handmade wooden train toys that were amazing. So I forgot about that. So we're hoping to look not necessarily in Fredericton, but maybe not too far from Fredericton. So that's probably where we'll go in to shop, once a month or whatever. So at Thorhaven, Verona, and Charlotte Lake markets are both about 6 tables too. Yes, Kingston does have a huge one, big one. It's just the parking stinks trying to get to it. Like, I'm not a fan of Kingston. I like Peterborough so much more. We were in Kingston today, and I like Peterborough so much more. Kingston, it just seems like everything is so spread out, and you have to go all over the place. The traffic is horrible. Talk about a city that has grown, though. Holy Moses. I can't get over. It seems like every time we go, every couple of months, there's more businesses, more apartments being built, more. It's insane. And Peterborough, everything we like to go to is pretty much all in the same area, so the traffic's not as bad. And I just find the people nicer. I don't know if it's just me, but I like Peterborough. We like Peterborough area. We like the downtown area. It's beautiful. We went there for our anniversary a couple of years ago and stayed in Airbnb, had a great time. Oh, we had so much fun, and we found some really nice little restaurants to go to. So Kingston is closer, but we go to Perth if we can. Peterborough is 2 hours away, but that's where all my kids are. Okay, Peterborough's an hour for us, and Kingston's an hour. So it really doesn't make a difference which one. We just prefer Peterborough. We just do. We just prefer it. Though I will say Kingston's Costco is bigger. Oh, they have a lot more stuff in that one than Peterborough. The refrigerator, like the appliances alone, are crazy. The amount of stuff they have. Because we were looking at it's not a bar fridge. It's bigger than a bar fridge, but smaller than a normal fridge, if that makes sense. And it was a really good price because we're thinking about getting one. Because I've tried to find a used one. People want outrageous prices for a used refrigerator. That is like, I'm taking my chances on whether the thing's going to last me a year or not. And honestly, this one's brand new at Costco. Plus I get a warranty and it's all under $200. So we're thinking about putting a refrigerator out in the garage this year for just overstock of all the drinks, especially with teenagers. There's so many bottles of things. And I don't know if it was an apartment size fridge. It might be even smaller than that, but bigger than a bar fridge. Definitely. It was at least as tall as I am, and I'm 5'4". But yeah, we're thinking about getting one. And Kingston has a huge supply. Like they had a huge amount there today compared to what Peterborough has. So good night, Tiana. Have a good night and have a good rest of the weekend. So yeah, we're thinking about getting one to put out in the garage with, and I think we're going to get rid of our very, very small deep freezer. It's so small. It's not even worth the energy to keep it plugged in. So I'm not too nervous to drive anywhere. I'm less likely nervous in Peterborough. I'm still not great because I'm not a great driver. I don't like driving. It's just something that causes me anxiety, but I'd rather drive in Peterborough, which I have, than Kingston. I won't drive in Kingston. It's like Montreal and Toronto. I won't drive there either, and I won't drive in Kingston. Hello, Diva. Hello, Maureen. Thank you for coming in. Make sure if you ask that fridge would be okay in the garage. Yes. Yeah. I know that you have to be careful. So, all right, everybody. So I've been on a little over an hour. My head is really starting to pound. I think a migraine's coming, which isn't surprising with the temperature changes and everything. So I'm, I should have mentioned too, you won't see me with makeup on for a while because I had an allergic reaction this week to some makeup. So I'm taking a break. It was miserable here for a couple of days. My eyes are still kind of sore. Yeah, I give up. Since chemo and everything, I just cannot, a lot of makeups I can't wear anymore. It was a new one that I tried, so bad on me. So I immediately went in the garbage. I won't be trying it anymore, but I'm going to take a break for a while just in case anyway. So okay, it's been a week. It's been a week, friends. And I'm kind of happy to see it in, though next week is pretty busy with Aiden's birthday and Easter and planting seeds. This is a busy week for me. Seeds starting. Like I've already started, but more really get starting this week. So everyone have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. God bless you all. And we will see you soon. And don't forget tomorrow at 8 a.m., the first video for the What Does $100 Buy collab video, which is mine, drops tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So hope you all enjoy it. And I can't wait to see everybody's videos. So take care. God bless.